Mike, are Japanese car makers closing the gap in terms of rolling out and building out a convincing EV program with their Chinese competitors who seem to be way ahead?
Closing the gap is exactly the question. You know, the Chinese are at least 5 to 10 years ahead. There's no question about that. Toyota's even formed a joint venture with China's leading EV maker, BYD. Look for more of that from the Chinese automakers. But to step back from the picture a bit, the Japanese have been trying to find the rhythm with regards to EVs for about 10 years now. And for most of those 10 years, the Japanese said, we really want to concentrate on fuel cell and on hybrids and maybe on next generation solid state batteries, as Martin was just talking about. In the meantime, however, China and Europe have taken off with electrics, and the Japanese at this show are demonstrating that, well, yeah, okay, we have to come to terms with it. We better get on board, find our rhythm with electrics too. So as you walk the show, Martin, I'm sure you're going to see from Toyota, from Nissan, from Mazda, from Honda, all kinds of concept cars that are electric only, and that's new for Japan.
Indeed, Mike, we've been drooling over them already. That was yesterday when we were walking through the halls. I want to ask you, though, Mike, I mean, catching up to the Teslas of the world and the Chinese EV giants that are, I mean, they're very hard charging, right? And their low cost or value proposition is going to cost the Japanese car giants a lot of money. One of the things we're watching is Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is going to be coming down to the show later today, talking and huddling with the auto industry execs, the big bosses of the car giants here in Japan, and asking them to raise wages. Now, you and I both know that in the past, right, the history has been when corporate Japan, when times are good, right, corporate Japan doesn't necessarily pass the savings on or the gains on to the workers, right? They may initially make the right noises, but usually it's not sustainable, right? Which is why there's been such a problem with sustained wage growth in Japan. This time around, though, he needs that to happen to get sustained inflation in the economy and to allow the Bank of Japan to do what it needs to do, which is get out of 10 decades of almost free money and negative interest rates. Can it be done? Will the Japanese auto giants this time around, though, do what is necessary for the economy? And the auto sector, obviously, is very important to the economy. By some estimates, maybe 10% of GDP here in Japan. What do you think?
You know what, this looks so similar to the narrative that's playing out as we speak in Detroit, with the UAW negotiating very hard for increased wages from GM, Ford, and Stellantis. So I'd anticipate that the Japanese automakers would see that and say, it's probably a good idea to listen to the leadership from the Prime Minister. At the same time, they'll remind Japanese politicians that, hey, by the way, we're expected to invest in next generation electric batteries, also autonomous vehicle systems, software, AI, all these things that will require enormous capital investment. Can we really afford to raise wages now? And if we're pushed to do so, yes, we'll reluctantly get on board. But mind you, we have massive competition from the Chinese, and we have to make these multi-billion-dollar investments in next-gen technologies, or we might not be around to give those jobs.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.